Let's talk about cheating. Totally fine. Freehand is something that a lot of people are intimidated by. It's something that they don't want to attempt because they might ruin their model. Well, you don't have to worry about that anymore. Previously, I've shown you videos how to accomplish freehand, any freehand, how to break it down and get it done. But today, I'm going to show you how to cheat and get it done quicker and more effectively and a lot easier. Let's find out how. The first thing you need is some reference material. We've got this. This is from Thunderwolfen on Instagram. He's created the chapter that's inspired this paint scheme, so do go check him out. I'll put a link to his Instagram down below. Once you've got your reference material, you need to just start describing the picture it is that you're doing. In this case, it's the hand symbol, using just a series of dots and very small lines. It's very easy, especially on a curved surface, to start going wrong. Just use a few dots and work out roughly where everything should be before you start committing to it. It's much easier to cover up if you make a mistake. Okay, so now we've got our hand laid out, we need to start building up the shape of the freehand that we're doing. Now, this particular freehand symbol is the red hand for the Soul Haunters. I'm using a mixture of red and black for our first base coat. I then highlighted it up with a little bit of just the Cador red. You can use whatever colors you want for whatever freehand it is you're doing, obviously. All you're really looking to do at this step is to get the rough shape sorted out. Now, really, the most important part of it is getting the width dealt with. Once you've got the volume kind of built up, you're kind of ready to go. And it doesn't need to be exact. This hand looks not a lot like the original design. In fact, it looks mostly like the rubber chicken's head from Wallace and Gromit, but it's okay because we're going to start cheating in a second. And here's that cheat coming in. The majority of this guy's armor has some battle damage, some wear and tear on it. And because of that, I can get away with this. We're using some light bone and we're just putting some scratches on the miniature. You can do any kind of battle damage you want. It doesn't matter if you're using a sponge and lightly dabbing it on. It doesn't matter if you've put some chipping fluid underneath the mini, though I'd be really careful with that. You can do anything you like. In this case, because we've got a lot of scratches on his armor, I'm carrying that on the shoulder pad. We're using a version of the same color we've used underneath. So in this case, it's a light bone. It's some Menoth white base, mixed with a little Menoth white highlight. We've then highlighted that up with a little bit more highlight going in there, just to make sure we've got those high points on the battle damage. And I know you can't see much of the hand at the moment, but that's fine. It doesn't look particularly like the freehand that we started out with. That's also fine. All we need to do is currently sell the battle damage to our audience. And that's why we're going into this step now. I'm adding in some Steel Legion Drab, which is one of the darker colors we've used on this shoulder pad. So whatever armor color it is that you're doing, make sure you do a similar thing. If you're using a black armor, then you can make these lines black with your gray highlights. If you're using a blue armor, you could make these super dark blue or even brown or silver to go over or under your blue highlights. It doesn't matter. You do you for whatever armor panels that you've got. The point that you need to make here is to ensure that your battle damage looks 3D. We need to make it look like the effect isn't just skin deep and has gone into the surface of the armor panel. So you're putting these lines in above all of your highlights. Once you've done that, the last step is to start bringing back the overall shape of the hand. Now, I'm just stippling on some Cador red here. We're making sure the fingers start to come back into shape. And we're just going to add in enough to give the essence, the overall kind of feeling of the hand freehand symbol. This is why this is a freehand cheat. You don't need to be particularly good at freehand. You're adding in some battle damage to cover anything that doesn't really look right. Therefore, it doesn't need to be exact. This is going to give you a way of getting a freehand symbol done without taking forever. It's going to make it look pretty good. And as long as you've just followed these steps, you'll get it done quite quickly as well. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have, then, do the whole like and subscribe thing. If you already subscribed, then why not come and join in over on Twitch as well. We live stream 4 days a week where you can ask questions, you can watch me paint things exactly like this on stream, and you can even win a model. This model was won by one of the viewers. It's a giveaway. He asked me to paint it in any way I liked. I chose a Soul Haunter scheme, and as you can see here, I think it looks pretty damn good. If you want to know how we did the base, there's a YouTube video for that as well. I'll put a link in the description below. Hopefully, we'll catch you guys in the streams. Peace out, everyone.